Hey all, Binks here, and today I got 2 words for you. Got 'em! That's right, we're playing a Guardians of the Galaxy deck featuring all 7 characters from the Guardians of the Galaxy that are in the game. We have Mantis, Rocket Raccoon, and Yondu, Star-Lord, Groot, Drax, and Gamora. So outside of Yondu, who's a 1 energy 2 power with on reveal, remove the top card of your opponent's deck, they're all going to have a very similar battle cry. It's all about calling out your opponent. Mantis, for instance, has if your opponent played a card here this turn, draw a card from their deck. So if your opponent played a card here on this turn is with all of the other Guardians, the rest of them are going to start a little bit understated and gain a power boost. For example, Star-Lord is going to have 2 energy 2 power, but on reveal, if your opponent played a card here this turn, plus 3 power. So they usually start understated, but if you call out your opponent properly, they become overstated minions. So the whole point of this deck is going to be to utilize that mechanic, try and call out our opponent as many times as we possibly can, get out ahead, and then finish the game off with usually a leader or a couple of Guardians on the last turn. Outside of those 7 cards to fill things out, we have Korg, one of my staple 1-drops I like to throw in just about every deck. Okoye to give a 1 power buff to the rest of our deck. Scorpion, which I think is going to be like the staple 2-drop in so many decks nowadays. 2 energy 2 power, on reveal, afflict cards in your opponent's hand with -1 power. We have Storm, which is a 3 energy 2 power, which floods the location, making the next turn the last turn you can play on that location. Really good for deleting a bad location that you may have, and also works super well with this deck. If you Storm on 3 and then follow that up with a Drax on 4, that's going to be 8 power that you're going to add to that location, and most other 4-drops aren't going to be at that power level, so you're going to be able to get out ahead. And if you know your opponent's going to play there because it's the last chance that they have, you're going to have a much higher chance to get that added bonus. And then we finish things off with Leader, another way to call out our opponents and, you know, think about what they're going to play and use Leader to end up winning games on turn 6. 6 energy 4 power, copy all cards your opponent played this turn, but on your side. Favorite card in the game, definitely fits in with the theme of this deck, and it was great. As far as how this deck plays, I gained a ton of cubes. I finally got over level 50. Don't make fun of me. I do play a lot of meme decks, but I finally got over level 50 with this deck, gained a ton of cubes, and had a ton of fun. This deck is super cool. A lot of the Guardians don't see play because they're just not at the power level that other cards need to be, and it's kind of hard to call out your opponent. But when it works, it's absolutely fantastic, and just hitting over and over again, getting those overpowered minions out there feels really great. So if you have all the Guardians unlocked, I would definitely recommend giving this deck a try, especially if you're in pool 3, you just get Drax, you're maybe feeling a little bit disappointed because Drax isn't that high on the power level. Build a deck like this and have a ton of fun on ladder. As always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to give me a like, really helps me grow. If you love Marvel Snap, want more content, I post here every single weekday, so make sure to subscribe. You can catch me live over at twitch.tv/binks_plays. Enjoy. Lots of cool stuff. So we have a pretty easy curve to get things started. Kill the Professor X. Love to see it. That card is very mean. Have a vault already. I might get a head out on the vault by 4 power, and then look to Storm maybe the right location next turn. Groot is okay. Just depends on what they play this turn. Turn 1 skip. Dude, it's so often nowadays. People are skipping turn 1, turn 2. They're just waiting for that Nakia buff, which is fair. I mean, if you play a low drop deck and you have Nakia in your deck, you have it in your opening hand, you just kind of vibe. Oh man. Okay, so Invisible Woman, from my experience, what I see with Invisible Woman, it's usually going to be like some kind of deck that's built around like Hela and discarding. So getting a ninja there is actually really good. It kind of throws them off a decent bit. We're gonna go ahead and Storm over on the left. Problem with storming though is that no, we're gonna storm on we're gonna storm where they're doing their Invisible One stuff for sure, because they want to keep playing there, and not letting them play their turn 6 play there, which is what they want to do, is going to be really hurtful for them. We're actually going to snap too. Snapped late. I got a snap earlier than that. This is Mysterio, almost certainly. It's not. It's 3 1-drops. Killed my Yondu. Very rude. Very rude indeed. But yeah, I mean, this combination is really good. I think we go with Groot Rocket. The thing I'm scared of is that they're not going to play here. But that's still fine. We should still win with Groot Rocket, especially with Rock Riku and getting the Okoye buff. And then on 5, we just Gamora over here on the left, and we feel really good because it's almost certain to be a 10 power. Very rare if it's not. They might just play on the Vault this turn to try and win there, because they can't play on 5 or 6. Yeah, they just went straight to Avengers Compound, huh? So we can feel pretty darn confident that we'll be ahead on flooding. They played a 1-drop there, and that's all, and they can't play anything else. So their whole Invisible Woman kind of thing they're trying to get going is going to be hurt. So we'll just Gamora over here. They have to play there, and then we'll just try and fight for it. I don't know if they have any other way of getting something on the Vault. I guess if they play a movement card this turn, we're in a bit of trouble. But they're snapping, huh? Kind of interested in why they're snapping. I don't know why they would be snapping. I'm gonna guess they're Odining. But I mean, we're still probably ahead on the right 2 locations, right? Vision to jump to the Vault. But I gotta imagine we're ahead on the 2 right locations. I gotta imagine we're ahead there, right? And if we just lead her here, well, whatever they play, we get a copy of it, and we're just gonna be well ahead. I can't imagine we lose this. I could be wrong though. They could have some Doctor Doom type shenanigans, something like that. Yeah, we just take their Giganto and feel really really happy that we won that. I guess it's hard to feel like someone's gonna beat a Giganto, but leader happens to decimate it. Love to see it. Love to see it. You did make me miss what got discarded, so if anyone in chat could tell me what got discarded, I would appreciate it. That's something I just need to get better at with Marvel Snap. Okay, pass first 2 turns and then get Scorpion. So I believe we just hit 5 cards there. And their whole deck got replaced. So they have 5 garbage cards in their hand and we just Scorpion it all. And now we're playing with random decks. So I think this is an easy snap. Easy snap. If I was the opponent, where would I play? I would play in Wakanda. So we're going to Groot him in Wakanda. Ooh. They juked me. Still going to Nakia their hand. So the Nakia was pretty darn ineffective. I can play Crossbones in the middle, which I feel great about. It's super far ahead. Might want to play Korg soon, but I mean, you gotta just follow the curve. I mean, if we can get up that far. Olympia draws 2 cards, 2 1-cost rocks. Love to see it. Love to see it. T-Tours. I don't know what this emote is, but I'm about it. It's kind of like a snap emote in a lot of ways. Oh, look at that. We got a Guardian of the Galaxy. We're gonna have to make sure we play that. But what's my best play here? Maybe next turn I aim to play like 3 2-drops. So I kind of want to Hell Cow Star-Lord this turn. I'm well ahead. They do have a Nakia hand, but it's also a Scorpion hand, so it kind of balances out. I don't have any ongoing we're messing with. Hey, I was playing Guardians of the Galaxy deck last night. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to roll the dice and hope you call them out. I'm running out of time here. I think I'm gonna 4-1. I think I'll go here and here, just get a little further ahead on Wakanda if they don't play there. You fought the good fight. You fought the good fight. The Iron Man over on the right. They're gonna have to put a decent investment in to beat a Swordmaster though. So I think Draxing and Hellcowing here, it's going to be really hard for them to beat because they're going to have to make some kind of investment here, at least 3 stats to beat this Iron Man. We're going to get 8 stats over here and then like almost always win here. So I feel like it's going to be very hard for our opponent to get through. We could go even further psycho mode and go like this. Maybe this is the right play because they're already so far ahead. Like, it's going to be very hard for them to get 11 stats here. They're probably giving up. So I think going all in over here on Olympia and saying, hey, they might try and beat us on District X and then throw a little bit at Olympia. But I mean, throwing, what is this going to be? 14 stats out there? I don't give them a chance. So happy with my snap. I think they're probably going to retreat. Oh, no retreat. But I imagine they're getting beat here. If they beat all these stats, like, just got to give them cred. But this is very hard to beat. Yeah, Ant-Man Punisher is not going to be enough. It's pretty close, though. Nice. 2-0. Not a bad way to start. Victory. I don't mind me a District X game. I think that I think my win rate on District X is pretty snasty. Hey, I got algorithmed your videos on YouTube. Have been keeping up since. Love to see it. Love to see the YouTube algorithm giving Bink some love. We worked hard to massage the algorithm as much as we can. So happy you're sticking around after you get the initial push. Peebles, welcome to the stream. Welcome. All right, Subterraria Rock on 1. Not what you'd love to see. We have to hope this Yondu doesn't get a rock. If it does, it's very feels bad. If it doesn't hit a rock, it's very feels good. Very feels good. Thinning their deck, giving them more rocks. And no cards are revealed this turn. I do want to play my Scorpion, so that feels a little bit bad. But we'll do one turn delayed Scorpion, is fine. It's not as good, but still a 2-drop. Okay, so where are they going to play? Because we have our Groot here. Definitely want to play our Groot. We're going to snap on them because we're ahead and they're probably drawing a lot of rocks. Trying to be better with my snapping. I realize that I'm a content goblin. I don't snap enough. I snap at the wrong time. I want to be better about my snapping. I think this is a good situation to snap, where I have two pretty good cards for calling out. I do have 2 rocks, but my opponent probably has several rocks and they're about to get Scorpioned. Now, where would I play if I was my opponent? I have no idea what deck they're playing because they haven't played any cards yet. I'm going to say they'll play on Wakanda. Damn it. Rock Carnage. I would have saved that Carnage, I think, for a while. So they might be playing that Destroyer deck. We're also running out of cards, which is a little bit spooky. So we can do one of 2 things. We can double down and try and hit both Rocket Raccoon and Star-Lord to give like kind of a big old 1-2 punch at a location. Or we can be a little bit more reserved. I think with the theme of the deck, I want to double down. I think they're going for my Scorpion Subterranean. All right, we love that. We love that. Hopefully getting well ahead on power here. Jubilee Rock. It's always Jubilee Rock, right? Jubilee Doctor Doom. 5 rocks in the deck. Well, 4 maybe. That puts us in a bad spot. Not a great spot. We're probably competing left and right. I think we Drax right. Vibe. Hope that we get the catch there. Maybe get a little bit ahead. Nova Killmonger kills Rocket Raccoon and Yondu. Gives them all +1 buff. But we're still ahead on one location and tied in another. And we have leader. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. The problem with leader is that they well, I guess they can't play Destroyer if they have it, right? So how do we optimize this? But leaders, the rocks were also Doombots. Love that. I think we leader on the left. I think leader on the left is the play. And then if they go 1 and 1, then we almost always win. If they go 2 left, that's a decent chance that we lose if their first card is the smaller of the 2. But I think that this gives us a really great chance of winning. We're even... Oh, we already snapped on him. Yeah, if it's just 1 card, we almost always win, right? No, he pulls the Groot over. Or the leader goes off. Rough. Yeah, Magneto can mess with leader pretty hard. So if we were on initiative there, we would have won. But because the Magneto gets to reveal first, it closes off that space. But GG is very good game. Very good game. Okay, Onslaught Citadel. Don't have any ongoing cards, so that's not great. So it's probably a stormable location if possible. So is my opponent wanting to play an Onslaught Citadel? If they have Ant-Man in their deck, they probably want to play onto a turn 1. A lot of cards have Ant-Man in it. Let's go on Onslaught Citadel if they play a card. Okay, that's fine. So with a hold, Scorpion becomes much stronger. Space Throne, not great for me, but not horrible. If they pass this turn, they're going to get wrecked by the Scorpion. Okay. They still get hit pretty hard with it. Visible Woman. So in these Invisible Woman decks, usually what they're trying to do is play discard cards there and then Hela, from what I've seen. I haven't seen much else with Invisible Woman, so if there's other stuff there that makes sense. But if it was my money, I would say that they have any discard cards in their hand, they're probably going to play it now. So I think Groot on the left makes the most sense. Get out a little bit ahead here. We got a Strong Guy, which won't activate, and they got a Bucky Barnes, which is much worse. So Strong Guy nerf, doing really well for me right now. I'll take that extra power all day. Okay. So I have a very strong feeling that on turn 5, my opponent is going to play on the Space Throne. Because I don't think they're going to play there on turn 6. I don't think they will. So on turn 5, I'm going to play Gamora on the Space Throne to try and beat whatever they play. And right now, I think they're more likely to play an X-Mansion. I'll just get Korg out there for a little bit of extra stats. All right, we're working very well. Working very well calling out our opponent right now. Moon Knight. Oh man, that was I was really hoping to do that. They lost their Ghost Rider though, so they're definitely playing that Hela deck that we were talking about. So I do think on turn 5 they're going to play on the Space Throne, which is going to be hurtful for me because I can't really do much with leader there. But if I leader their Hela, which I believe they're going to play on turn 6 over here, maybe that'll help us out because I'll get a Gamora in the middle. I think I have to pass this turn though, and then just play leader on the right. Yeah, opponent pass 2. And then we play leader on the right. So this is going to put us ahead by 11 here, which is really good for winning this. And then I think what they're going to do is play Hela over here on the left. So then we'll copy that Hela, and then we'll put a card here. Because they discarded Ghost Rider, Gamora will beat that straight up. I think that we win this. Pretty sure we win this. But also, the Invisible Woman, I'm not sure exactly how that works with leader, because they sometimes have weird interactions. So I believe it'll give me the Hela. The Hela will give me the Gamora here. Okay, all according to plan so far. So Lady Sif discards Death. Blade discards... Okay, so we're in a little bit of trouble here. They have to both go right, I think. Oh, we just win! Oh. Yeah, I guess I should have thought about the fact that I'm on initiative because Gamora won't trigger. But I mean, I don't know. I'm actually really happy with how I played out that game, thinking about what they were gonna do. I think that's about as good as you can get it. Ooh. Superflow is decent for my deck, especially if I get a Drax. Camera looks a little better now. Love to see it. I think we'll just Korg middle. I also think about mantising. Like, mantising and getting more resources is pretty darn good with Superflow. But I think they're more likely to play on turn 2 than turn 1. It's fair. Could have played both of them. Rocket Raccoon's fine to get rid of. If we get Groot off the top, we might just Superflow on the left. Ooh, yeah. I think we Superflow on the left and then Groot it. It's going to be very hard for them to compete. Because they're going to lose their extra mana. So now they have to play a 3-drop. And Groot's 6 power is a 3-drop. And very hard for our opponent to beat that. But, I mean, we'll see what they do. They played into it. Deathlock, yeah, 5 power. Not gonna be enough. They could have some kind of movement card to win there, but I think overall we're in a good spot. I think we'll snap on them with that. Let's see, do we go Dark Dimension? I think we go Drax and Hellfire Club, because I think that's where the next card's coming. And then we just keep trying to get ahead little by little in the other 2 locations. Very nice. Okay, so they're gonna try and send the Wolverine over to the left. See if it works. Does work. So they tied us up on the left. Still ahead though. I think we're gonna Gamora middle. And then we probably leader on the right. White Queen, so they're gonna get their own leader. Oh no. I think it actually works out better for me though. Because if I leader on the right and they like leader middle. No. Okay, so they have a leader in their hand. We know this. But they also know that we have a leader in our hand. Which is spooky for them, I'm sure. So I think if we leader middle. And their plan is to leader. We always win. And if they play anything on the right, we get a copy of it, and we feel in a good spot. I think they're going to leader too. It would be my guess. But we'll see what happens. Because if they leader left, they might like leader. If they leader right, they might get 2 extra leaders, and then they get further ahead. They might get 2. If they get no, because they'll get 2 leaders in the middle, and I'll get 4 leaders on. Okay. Thanks for not making me do that math. I did not want to do that math. So I appreciate you, AV, for not making me do it. But GG's. Now, often they are going to fight for Miniaturized Lab if they have a 1-drop. Often with things like a Sunspot or just any 1-drop they want to get thrown out there. Except for maybe an Ant-Man. Probably want to put in Miniaturized Lab. So we'll get Rocket Raccoon out there. Get us our 4 power. They Yondu'd us. Got rid of our leader. It's fine. Onslaught Citadel. So we have a Storm Drax game coming. My thought process, I'm going to Star-Lord on the left. Even if they don't play here, it's okay because we're still up a good bit. And then our next 2 turns are going to be Storm Draxing over on the right or in the middle, depending on where they play. But they did play there. So we're still going to have a chance to be up ahead. Ooh, hit the Yondu. Ruins a lot of my plans. Still well ahead on the left, though. They have options with Nightcrawler. Okay, maybe we didn't ruin our plans. What do we want to do? I'm going to guess because they have this many 1-drops, they have a Khazar in their deck, so I don't want to mess with Onslaught Citadel. So let's just Storm Yondu mid, and then Drax mid. I'm going to guess they just played a Khazar out in the middle. Get the Cerebro out of there. Love that. Hey, Mr. Fantastic. Very interesting. And we got rid of that ongoing, which is good because they obviously wanted to use that. And they're out of here. Love that. I gotta go through the process of elimination there a little bit. Miniaturized lab with no one drop. That's fine. Move along. Now this is hard because I really want to play Scorpion, or I really want to play Star-Lord because I'm pretty sure they're going to play on Miniaturized Lab this turn. So it makes it makes me want to play Star-Lord, but I think I'll just play the Scorpion out. Yeah, because I felt like I would guarantee the Star-Lord buff if I did that. I think I'm fine waiting. Subterraria. Oof, but I mean I do have a good curve. Unless I draw another rock next turn. Star-Lord right and then Korg on the right. Korg probably likes Subterraria because he enjoys rocks and throwing rocks, so it's probably good to put him in there. Nice, good call. Oh, he's fine. I don't think I want to put a rock out. I need leader space. Probably leadering on the left is what I would imagine. It just depends if they get the Wombo combo with discarding their swarms, is whether or not we're going to win this game. Yeah, they Scarlet Witch the right, which is kind of interesting. Oh, they ruined my Gamora. Oh, that was absolutely backbreaking. That was really bad. That hurt a lot. Okay, we're staying ahead a little bit. Okay, they discarded a rock. That's good. Hellcow, did they get their swarm? They missed their swarm. Got their apocalypse, so we're still pretty far ahead on Atlantis. I think I'm snapping on them. I think leader still wins this game. Because if they just apocalypse, we're fine. So we even it out. I think we're fine. Because wherever they play apocalypse, we get a copy of it. And we'll be ahead. No, because we'll even here, we're up by 4. It'll be a tie if they play apocalypse on the middle or the right. Funnily enough. But we'll see what happens. I think this is a tie. I think this is indeed one of those rare draws. But hey, good thing we didn't concede, right? Mr. Nice Guy, friend of the show. Give Mr. Nice Guy, if he's watching, I know he's been in here quite a few times. Give him a little chance to run and hide. I actually haven't had really any problems I've felt with my viewers sniping me. Almost everyone has seemed very cool and has come back later and saying I left for the game. So hopefully Mr. Nice Guy follows suit. Got their Nokia. Pretty huge. Going turn 7. Interesting. So if this Mindscape doesn't get rid of, or doesn't leave, we're not really going to have a chance to play this Rocket Raccoon or this Yondu. So I think we just play him out now. It doesn't feel great because we want to get them Nokian, but unless they have a way to get rid of this Mindscape, which I kind of playing the Hood in their deck. I don't know if they are. Probably playing that Destroyer deck that's pretty popular. I'd rather just get them out of my hands and then get rid of them, you know? Look at that, frame perfect ban. Love to see it. We'll just knock you here and feel good. We can knock you in danger room. It's fine. If anything's gonna get danger room, that's good. So they have 2 demons in their hand that they're gonna have to play out in the next couple of turns. I think that our thick Drax and Gamora are gonna put in some. I think they're gonna put in some legwork the next couple games. Got rid of a beast with their Yondu. I appreciate you because I definitely was not paying attention to that, and that was very nice of you to tell me. Well, one thing I can definitely get better in this game is paying attention the whole time. It's hard when I'm trying to talk to chat and stuff like that, but I'm very much so fall victim to just completely missing stuff. Okay, so this should put us out on limbo. I always miss the discards from Yondu every time. Every time. Okay, so we got to know that they're going to have a leader on turn 6 and turn 7, which hurts. But I think getting this Gamora out is good. Where are they going to play, though? Do they play on Mindscape or do they play on Limbo? We're ahead on all 3 locations. I think this is a snappable game. Because I think they're going to play a lot of cards out right here, and this Gamora is going to get a lot of value. If I were them, I would be playing out on the left, I think. Because they feel pretty good with this bishop here. So I think I can secure the left with this. Oh, I couldn't have missed anyway, so. Gotta love that. Does Mindscape work with the collector? I think it does. Oh, they're giving me cards. Very nice of them. They're ice manning their own cards. That's also good for me. Morning from Ukraine, West for Best. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Now we don't have the ability to and we don't really have any plays right now, which does not feel great. We know they have a leader. Is there anything we can Enchantress down? Nothing really feels good to Enchantress. There's always room to win on the danger room. Be strong guy, right? See what happens. They could leader, which is very bad for them because they don't get any benefit from it. So I now feel like I have a very good chance of winning. If I Groot over here on the left and then Enchantress on the right, as long as the Enchantress doesn't get killed, we should almost always win this game. Nothing in my hand would have helped them. I'm going to assume a concede here. Did I consider Odin for this deck? I could Odin. It's hard though. I mean, I think Odin's a totally fair card. We do have a lot of on reveals. I don't think that's going to be enough. Nah, because we're going to get the... unless we lose the danger room. If we lose the danger room, we lose, right? If we lose this this Enchantress, 25% chance. Oh man, that was spooky. That was spooky. Thumbs up, Mr. Nice Guy, friend of the show. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Jeez. Make sure to subscribe. Watch that one too.